Oh, another one of Joker's famous tutorials. Let's get right into it, guys. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a wonderful little show I like to call Writer's Block. In this show, we like to teach you how to block out all the negativity and get straight to writing. And in this episode in particular, I'm going to teach you 5 simple steps on how to write a light novel. So, let's talk about it. Step number 1. Now, guys, I need you all to listen very carefully because this is going to be important. I think this is one of the most important steps, if I do say so myself. Now, you see, anime and manga, most of those scenarios, those plots, I like to call them, we little writers like to call them, they take place in school. And the reason is because you're aiming for the demographic of the shitty people that are going to buy your stuff. Am I right? Either high schoolers or middle schoolers wanting to be high schoolers, or elementary schoolers wanting to be middle schoolers that want to be high schoolers, you know? And they're going to buy your stuff, so you want to make sure to appeal to them. Well, light novels, we're going to aim for people that get light novels. And obviously it's not cool people, because what the fuck? Who wants to read? Let's be completely honest now. So we're going to aim for a demographic that, we think would like it. And clearly that demographic is people who like video games, because all nerds like to read. Am I right? High five, Frank. Yeah. So make sure that your plot and your entire world revolves around the idea of a video game. Whether that be the main character being in a video game and, maybe he can't get out. Ooh, because that's some internal drama. And you got maybe some guy got reincarnated and he ends up in a world that's like a video game. I don't know. I'm just throwing out some original ideas out, And then what if we have a guy who's already in a world who just ends up there and it's like a video game? Huh? I don't know, man. I just know video games are important. You gotta make sure to have them. And then you can have like cool little like Easter eggs where you're like, oh man, haha, look at this. I know my stuff about video games. Here's like, look at that. Here's like, oh, look at Mario. Is that Yoshi in the background? Oh, things like that are very important. So that's my step 1. Make sure your world takes place in anything that has to do with a video game, because it'll blow up, I promise. We're going to go on to step 2, though. Now, you see, the next 2 steps I'm going to tell you, which, of course, being step 2 and 3, are they overlap with the how to make an anime video I made. Because these steps are just really important throughout, I think, in all honesty. So we have step number 2. You have to make sure that your main character is literally, like, the most empty character ever. The only trait that this character should have is he's good looking, and maybe sometimes he's a really cool guy. That's honestly it. Also, it has to be a boy, because let's be honest, what light novel do you know got big and has a female protagonist? What? Anyway, so you have to make sure that this guy is literally the coolest motherfucker with no personality whatsoever, and the reason we do that is so that the hideous and stupid looking people that actually read your light novel, they have something to project their hate and angst towards. They're going to be like, wow, this is me. If I was in this world, I'd totally get laid for once in my entire life. So that's what we're going to go with, right? That's kind of the arc you want with a character in general, because you want to make sure everybody has someone to look up to. You know what I mean? And that's kind of very important. So the next step, which is step 3, is another overlapping step. You have to make sure all of the females that are in your light novel are, number 1, extremely attractive, because nobody wants an ugly, character in a light novel, let's be honest. And then you want the second rule to be that the girls are all in love with the main character. This is vital. This is extremely vital. You guys do not understand how important this step is, because we need to make sure that everyone knows that the main character is likable. Because they don't have any, distinguishable traits, we got to make sure that we show that even though they don't have that, they're still super attractive to every woman around them. And this is a step that I can't say enough. So make sure all your girls are extremely attracted to him. But not only that, you have to make sure that they deny it most of the time. They have to be like, oh no, I don't like you. And then, they have to like him. Because that's how girls work. They tell you one thing and they completely mean a fucking other. Isn't that fucking right, Deborah? Isn't that right? Is that why you fucking left me? Step 4. All right, step 4 is, it kind of plays into the last one. You know, everyone likes a couple titties. Some titties over there, some titties over here. I don't know. Look, I'm a guy, but I know some girls that like titties. Hell, everyone does. Can I get a show of hands? How many people in the audience like titties? That's 1, 2. That's everybody. That's everybody. You see, everyone likes titties. So we have to make sure our main character is slightly perverted. And when I say slightly, this is a very fine line to walk. Because either you make him a fucking rapist or you make him a little quirky. And it really depends on how, the magnitude of how you write him like this. And, it's going to be a little cute dynamic with him and the main heroine. He's going to be like, oh, hey, ha, like your boobs. And then she's going to be like, baka! And she's going to hit him. And then the laughs ensue, It's really funny. It's really funny, right? Step number 5. Step number 5 is the most, I wouldn't say the most important, because I've said that for every other step, because they're so much more important. But this one, you really got a lot down to really bring it home finally. You're going to have to use the light novel art style. And we could see this, let's bring up some Sword Art Online art, Frank. How about that, right? You see that? And then now let's bring up some Black Bullet art. Yeah? Okay, bring that one up. Okay, how about we bring up some like Asterisk Wars art? Yeah, get some of that in there. Maybe some ReZero. Yeah, let's bring that in. How about Durarara? Just bring up like a really basic looking character, right? Do you guys see it? It looks pretty similar, right? That's because all of the art needs to look like this. It's just the way it works. Because if it doesn't look like this, then it's not gonna work. That's just light novels for you guys. Well, look, I think I talked enough about this, and I have some other things I want to bring up, but we're gonna save that for another video because I like to drag out my video topics so that I can get a lot of views. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really follow every single tip that I gave, because I really think if you do, you will make the most popular light novel ever made. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys next time. Love you all, and goodbye.